Hey guys, welcome back to part 6 of Reanimal. We are jumping into chapter 7. You'll have the girl on your back because after what just happened in the last chapter, she's having a little trouble walking. So just follow the very large and very strange sheep. As you walk along, you'll see the other characters will kind of come out of hiding. Bandage Boy's the only one who stuck around. Buckethead, he kind of ran away. And then Witchhead's around here somewhere too. You'll see the sheep go through a hole in the wall. Just follow along. Your friends will go on ahead and you'll have the girl pull herself up right here. Guess she must be feeling a little bit better now. And once you cross over, you will get the Into the Abyss trophy for finding your way into the breach. And this is a story-related trophy. You'll have a very short cutscene here. And when you regain control of your character, you'll want to go through the very large hole in the wall. And you'll see that this is like the shambles of a town. To the left on the wall, you'll find poster number 16. Be sure to grab it. Go to the right and open up this door here. Once you go inside, you'll find mask number 14. This is looks sort of like hunting camouflage. I did have a little trouble right here trying to get out of the hole. I don't know what happened, if it was user error or if it just glitched out or what, but anyway, once you get out and come down into the street, you'll see it's literally been turned into trenches. And you can see bombs going off near and far. So we're definitely inside of a war zone. Just keep working your way through the trench. You'll pass underneath that wood there. And when you get around here, you'll see a soldier ending himself. And then directly behind him, there is another soldier doing the same thing. When you get over here by the second body, you will see a man doing the same thing, sitting down in a crate. Just wait for him to do that. Continue going forward. And just around the corner, to the right, you can squeeze through a gap in the wall here. You're gonna find mask number 15 right here. You can see there's lots and lots of mortar stored in this area. But be sure to grab the mask. It looks like one of those sea mines. Exit and continue down the trench. And when you see that man start moving, he's about to pull out a grenade. So run back because the grenade can hurt you if you are too close. Once he's finished, continue forward. And you'll see a large man walking around up top. Just below him on the left, you can squeeze through a gap here. You'll automatically get the Prayer for the Dying trophy. That is for finding all of the bunny statues. And if you did everything beforehand, there will be a lamb mask in front of the final statue. This is mask number 16. You can miss that though. You can still find all the statues, but not necessarily the mask. So make sure that you have found all of the secrets beforehand. Exit out and climb up the wooden ladder, and over here you're going to have to avoid this machine gunner. So when he's reloading, just take off running to another area of cover. Wait for him to deplete all of his rounds and take off running again to cover. He does take quite a long time to reload. It shouldn't be too hard to make it to the end. Just don't try to get too big for your britches and run farther than you have time to actually run. You'll be running over to the right side. You'll drop down into a lower trench and then continue forward. Once you go through the gap in the wall, you will be chased by the sheep. So run as quickly as you can, sprint toward the camera. There's not much else that you can really do. Just sprint, and then when you get through this hole, you'll get a cutscene. You know, I don't know what happened to which hat. I don't see what happened to it. Anyway, the sheep is going to eat Buckethead, which is very unfortunate for him. Go through the door on the right, and your other friend is already gone, but I'm pretty sure we know where he went. Head down this ladder into some sort of a bunker. Come over toward your camera, and on the wall on the left, you're going to find poster number 17. Then you can head straight. Be sure to jump over the gap in the floor and interact with the lever on the wall to call the elevator. What a nice thing to see, the lower half of someone in the elevator. Lift up your friend to press the button on the inside of the elevator so that we can get it moving again. There's a whole lot that we're going to do. This video is only about 25 minutes long, but we are going to do so many different things. We're going to get a lot of trophies. This one is definitely packed. Use your crowbar to open up the elevator door and go into what looks to be a sort of a hospital. There's a door to the left that has a chain on it. So obviously we're going to need to find some bolt cutters. Come into the room on the right. Sneak underneath the table to find mask number 17. This is the frog mask. Then you can sneak back out, and just below where we went underneath the desk, we can see the bolt cutters on top of that cabinet, but there's a bomb inside. So this is kind of your warning that we're getting ready to be dealing with a bunch of bombs. Just grab your bolt cutters, run back to the door that was chained, and use them to open up the door. This is a very short segment, but I do think it's pretty fun. You'll have these guys chasing you around, and they pull out those explosive mines. So you're gonna have to run through the hospital, avoiding all of these sick people with their legs blown off, who are, I guess, pissed off at the world and want to blow you up because they got blown up. And when you come over here to the end, this guy is gonna come through the window and explode the wall. Just get out of the way, let him explode the wall, and then jump through the gap there. When you get in the hallway, all the guys sitting on the beds here are going to start exploding themselves. Once you get to where the wheelchair follows you from an explosion, turn around and go through the wall that it came from, and you'll see this very large wheel. Just grab it and start turning it until it opens, and then take the ladder down. Yeah, this section is pretty hectic, but it's super short. I wish it were longer. It's a lot of fun, I think. It just should have been longer. Once you get down to the bottom, you'll see a very obvious coffin here. This is coffin number 5. And you do have to open all coffins in order to get the secret ending. And you're probably expecting to see the girl, but instead you get a rabbit, which in my opinion seems to point to the fact that all of the boys are dead and she's not. I think the rabbit is symbolic of something. I'm not exactly sure what. I have a couple theories, but I don't know for sure. But I do think that the boys are actually dead and she's alive. Anyway, once you've opened up the coffin, climb back up the ladder, back out of the hole that blew up, and continue down the hallway into the door on the left at the end. Over here, you can just run straight through. You will automatically be stopped when you get to the end of the beds, and you'll have a cutscene where Bandage Boy here is cornered by the sheep. Yeah, I thought all sheep were vegetarians. I didn't know they wanted to eat people. Anyway, once the cutscene's finished, you can pass through the gap in the wall, and we're going to begin Chapter 8. So Chapter 7 is very, very short. It's only about 12 minutes. When you come out here, you'll see there are 2 trees, and there's a building in front of them. That's where we need to go, is in this building. Up the stairs, you'll see a man playing the piano, and he gets sniped. So that's our enemy for now, is a sniper. You'll have to be very, very careful. Go into the room on the left, up the stairs, and then the room on the left again to find poster number 18. And you'll want to make sure you stay in the shadows, and if you're going to pass through a crack or where there's light, you need to sprint. Don't go up the stairs. Go around the side of the stairs. And around this wall here, you'll find poster number 19. Very, very easy to miss. This is probably the easiest to miss poster in the entire game. Come back around and still do not go up the stairs. You want to climb up onto this box here and then boost your friend up to the top. If you go on the stairs, you will get sniped. So don't even bother trying. Once you get up top, be careful, because even in the window, he can shoot through the window and see your shadow. So go through the door. Try to stay out of the light of the window. Stay in the shadow when you're running. Come around and go to the door on the right at the end of the hallway. And here you'll have to sprint across and jump into the tub to go through the window. And over here, I think you're pretty safe here. You can see the sheep down there, but he's not aware that we're in here. When you come into this house, you'll find another chair that you can sit in. This is just an extra one. If you missed any along the way, you could sit here and pop your trophy here, potentially. Head down the stairs and go through the door. And in the basement here with all the washing machines, you just have to cross over them to exit the building. And you can see there's been a plane crash. You have to work your way through the barbed wire. Just cross over the man, jump up on the box, jump over the barbed wire, stay away from the guy who's trying to blow us up. Just follow the path of the barbed wire. There's really not a wrong way to go. And then enter the door on the right. And this is a makeshift shooting range. So there's a key hanging off of one of the bodies that we're going to need. Come over here to this box and pick up the pistol. And you can get the Friends Like These trophy for shooting your friend accidentally, in quotes. So you can get that, and then you'll just respawn here and we can go back, grab the gun again. And we're going to shoot the dummy that has the key attached to it. Which, you know, having these two options for you, you actually get a trophy for killing your friend or letting your friend die. I think that is a huge foreshadowing to the actual story. So, anyway, shoot the dummy, grab the key, and then come through the door on the right. Open up this oven with your crowbar. And once you do, you'll see a critter run out. It's going to run through the pipe back into the shooting range. So head back in there. And this time, instead of using the crowbar to kill this critter, we're going to have to shoot it. So run over and grab your pistol. Shoot the critter for critter kill hit. That is the trophy that you get for taking out every critter in the game. And then run over and pick up mask number 20. You will get the Beneath the Mask trophy for finding all of them. This one is the gas mask. And it's the final one, so that's what we'll end the game with, that mask. Once you have finished these minor tasks, head back out to where we opened up the oven. And we are going to be climbing up on the cars to get out of here. Pass through the small crack in the wall. And you're going to see the sheep over here eating. So just hide behind the crates. Wait for the sheep to look away. When it looks away and the screen turns back to blue, you can sneak over here to this basket. You can start to move it, and a body's gonna fall off of it. The sheep will kind of look around, but once it looks back the other way, keep pulling the cart up against the wall, and then try to throw your partner up over the wall, but she's going to pull down a body instead, which is going to alert the sheep. So go back to hiding behind the cart. The sheep will take the body and climb away. And it doesn't look much like a sheep anymore. It's like a mix of a sheep, a man, a spider. Very, very grotesque. Anyway, once the sheep's gone, then you can boost your friend up over the wall. On the other side, you're in sort of like a parking lot, I guess. Just go over to where there's a light blinking over a door and enter that door. You'll see an elevator to the left next to the number 5. Use your crowbar to force it open. And inside the elevator, you're going to find poster number 20, earning you a proper Gander trophy for finding and taking down all of the posters. And you will also get the Hidden in Rubble trophy and that's for finding all secrets in chapters 7 through 9. If you did not get the Hidden in Rubble trophy right here, that means you missed something and you'll have to go back through chapter select to try to find it. So here we're back dealing with the sniper. Of course, you'll have to run quickly while the sniper is reloading. Make sure that you stay in the shadows so that you don't get sniped. You can pick up these cans here and throw them, but I didn't bother doing that. The sniper is going to set this car on fire, which is going to make you feel kind of panicky and run faster. But remember to take your time so that you don't accidentally get hit. Run out the door, over this car, jump onto this bridge, I guess. Get behind the car and start pushing. The sniper is going to keep on shooting, but don't worry too much. As long as you stay in the shadow, you'll be all right. Push it up a good bit until you get to where you'll hit another car if you continue, and then quickly run over to the other car and pull it away so that we can continue pushing the first car. Back to the first car, push it forward. And eventually it's going to start rolling on its own once it gets on the down slope. Be sure to stay in the shadow, and when you get close enough, run to the left and hide behind the bus. Climb on top to cross over the gap in the road, and you'll see the sniper in the clock tower there. You'll have to quickly come over here, pick up this, I guess it's a grenade launcher. Pick it up with your friend, aim it at the clock tower, and shoot to take out the sniper. You'll see him fall out of the clock tower. Run over to where he fell down. And if you climb up on the rubble, you can actually see his body and give him a kick for the just making sure trophy. And that's getting revenge on the sniper. I don't know if it's revenge. He's already dead, but okay. Then continue on and you'll be in a field. A very muddy, very wet field. You'll see a few of the soldiers kind of wandering around in here. I try not to get in their direct line of sight. I kind of, will crouch. But I don't think they pay very much attention to you. I don't think that they care. Just keep on running forward and eventually you'll see this bright light. And there'll be a very big explosion in the background where you kind of get to see what's going on. So you don't really know where you are at this point. You were just in a town, now you're in a muddy field, so. Once you get closer to where the buildings are, you're going to be hiding behind these areas here because there's a tank up ahead. And it's hard to outsmart a tank, but we're going to have to do it. So try to keep in cover. Try not to get hit by the mortars that the tank is shooting at you. Make your way closer and closer to the tank and you'll see a faint light to the left inside that building. That's where we want to go. So as quickly and safely as you can, go through the crack in the wall here. And make your way around this area. When you get here, you'll see the mortars that you can pick up. And the tank is directly in front. So as soon as it shoots, you want to run forward, throw the mortar inside the tank, come back and hide, and it will take out the guy inside. So now, the tank is ours. And we've also ended Chapter 8. That is where we're going to stop for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe and join me back here in part 7, where we will take care of chapter 9, finish the game, and I'll give you my final thoughts on everything. So I can't wait to see you there. Until then, Khajiit always has swears.